Okay. Okay. Welcome to Sebring International Raceway, home of the famous 12 Hours of Sebring, which is also now home to the first round of the SCCA Hoosier Super Tour, which is also probably going to be my last Spec Miata race for quite some time. Just like last week, the schedule is pretty similar. Today on Thursday is nothing but practice. Followed by tomorrow is 2 rounds of qualifying, 1 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon. And finally, Saturday and Sunday, we have rounds 1 and 2 of racing, respectively. This is probably my last, Spec Miata race for many different reasons, but primarily because starting next week, we will be traveling to Spain, or to Portugal actually, for the first 2 rounds of the GT4 Winter Series, which, as I said before, is probably going to be the most challenging championship and series of my career so far. But without further ado, I'll take you guys around a lap at Sebring. Later. It is so
Let's do a trip around Sebring during one of my test sessions here. Going into turn 1 is one of the fastest corners. Just a slight speed adjustment on the entry, trying to roll as much speed and pace as you can through this corner. Probably one of the faster corners around this track, which takes you into this micro turn 2. Going into turn 3, it's hard under braking, but trying to roll enough speed just to get you through turn 4 efficiently, which takes you into T5, which is another tricky corner, trying to roll enough speed and take a wide arc without getting caught out by the off-camber approach. This leads you into one of my favorite corners, which is the turn 7 hairpin. But before that, you got a long straightaway, which gives you a nice little toe. But again, hard braking, throwing the car as quick as you can into second gear, while trying your best to get on the power as quickly as possible as well, which is very tricky, trying not to miss shift way going into third gear. And then this takes you through turns 8 and 9, which are very similar or very small. And then your next major corner is here at turn 10, which is hard braking, but more of like a firm touch on the brakes to carry enough momentum for the next short shoot coming out, which leads you into the micro corners like turn 11 and 12, but then into another iconic corner, the tower corner, turn 13. Looking for a very late entry, rolling on the power as fast as you can again. It's a very common theme around this track. And then you have another decently long straight here, which takes you around through Bishop Corner, which is again like pretty easy flat. And then turn 15, you're just trying to roll as much speed as you can through this corner to try and set up for the Le Mans corner, which is like a wide entry again, and getting on the power as fast as you can here. It's pretty tricky and very easy to mess up, as you see here. Again, you get another very long straight down this back chute, which is perfect for drafting and gaining as much time as you can. And finally into turn 17, it is very deep braking here. You're trying to roll as much speed as you can, but you're trying your absolute best not to let these Sebring bumps get the best out of you and spin you out. And then adding your exit all the way up against that wall, and there you go for a lap around Sebring.
Man, it feels good to be fast, and not just me, but the whole team too. So I think all day long we were like, the whole team was top 10, or maybe, and some of us were maybe a little bit outside of the top 10, but towards the end of that, towards the end of this practice day, we were all pretty much very competitive, and looks like all of us have a strong package for tomorrow. Sadly, our last practice session got a little cut short because my drafting partner happened to take a little shortcut, and that shortcut did not happen to be a shortcut. Long story short, his car is But no, this team's really good, so I imagine this car is going to be like he's going to have like nothing to stress about, and his car will be fine for tomorrow. But I mean, we were I think at what is it, the second to last practice of the day, we were almost at P1. We just got caught up on our fast lap behind a slower car. But if it wasn't for that, we definitely could have snagged P1 away, as we were only a 10th and a half off the fastest lap time, and I definitely lost more than 3 to 4 tenths behind traffic. So yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a very promising weekend, especially compared to last year, where we were kind of just trying to chase the top 20. This time it looks like we're chasing podiums. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. Tonight we also have a very special interview with my drafting teammate. He happened to go off and try to find that shortcut I was talking about earlier. It did not happen to be a shortcut. Tell me, what was your thought process there?
I mean, I want to see, this is like iRacing, maybe there's a glitch, I can ramp up the tire wall and just cut half the track, but nah, seriously, we had a really fast car. We were working well together, and then exited turn 1, something broke on the car, and I just went straight, nothing I could do, and just went straight into the tire wall.
This is in fact not Mario Kart, but however, we should be fast like Mario and Luigi tomorrow. So you'll see us back tomorrow in P1 and P2. Thank you. Good morning. It's officially qualifying day. And it's honestly looking very promising if we can continue to bring the same momentum we had from yesterday. Yesterday it looked like we were like very close to top, like well, not even very close. We were top 3 in practice yesterday, and it looks like we have a little bit left in the tank to probably make that P3 finish yesterday into something a bit better. But it all really depends on how we play this qualifying strategy. We're only granted 1 set of tires from here on out for this series, or for this weekend. So we have 2 rounds of qualifying today. So I think the plan is we're going to try to really set down like a flyer, an absolute flyer in this first round of qualifying within the first 5-6 laps, and really try to conserve those tires so that way we don't have to use them for round 2 of qualifying. Because these Hoosier tires, there they are fast and sticky, they fall off a cliff pretty quickly. So whoever has the least amount of laps going into the first race and takes care of them the best are going to be the faster drivers. So it's going to be really up to me and our team to get those flyers done quickly. But I mean, we are pretty fast, and so far we have been carrying a lot of momentum coming from last weekend, so I don't really foresee a problem so far, but I guess it's up for you guys to decide in the future.
Right now I'm on 4.
That's Q1 done. Honestly, it looks like the team's pretty strong, pretty fast. I think we finished 9th, 10th, and 11th, and then the rest are somewhere around like top 15 and inside the top 20 at least. So we look pretty strong for going into Q2. I think the plan here is we have to at least put out like 3 flyers ahead of in this next Q2 session, but we're not too confident that the track's going to get any better. But we also don't want to be caught out just in case the track ends up being faster, or if a good 5-6 people end up going faster in the second qualifying. So we're going to have to do a preventative extra 4 laps in Q2 and hopefully maintain or improve our positions. But the goal is just to maintain. Okay, sadly we have another incident report, and this time we're here with Max Stallone, aka Rocky. Tell me what happened this time.
Dude, same thing that happened to Vinny. Start of quali, we were about to set some absolute flyers, and then the classic Sebring bumps struck. The ball joint went, and I was in the wall.
Yeah, this track is not fun. Apparently he thought he found a shortcut as well. Same shortcut that Vinny thought he saw, but the wall has taken another victim. Hopefully this will be the last victim of this race, and I won't have to do any more of these interviews, because damn, this is getting expensive. But we'll catch you guys in the next one. Bet. I'm starting to think he did it on purpose, because now he's going to have fresher tires. Well, that wraps up qualifying. For the most part, we went into the Q2 thinking we might have a chance of improving our lap time, but we obviously did not. Luckily that we were able to defend our P9 position from Q1, so we did not get jumped, thankfully, and we're able to stay inside the top 10 for going into race 1, which I would say is better than, starting anywhere further back than top 10. As far as the rest of my teammates, it looks like the majority of us are, staying around P9 all the way up to around P12. Which is nice. So it looks like I have all my teammates around me. For the most part, I know like Joe, Maxwell, and Miles are having a little bit of issues. Luckily for Joe, though, he was able to get his car fixed, and so that's a small win for him. Maxwell was able to finish qualifying, so that's another great win. And Miles, well, he'll get fast. He's more of a racer than he is a qualifier, so we'll see how well he does tomorrow. But nonetheless, it was honestly like a pretty good week, or a pretty good Friday qualifying. You can see what we got for the race. shoot. Hold on, let me go check make sure my camera's. Okay. I'll keep this short and simple because I don't know how much longer my camera's gonna last before it dies. But that was an insanely intense race. We got some damage very early on in the race, which really made an impact in our performance. It was really hard to keep those guys behind us. We had a roll-fought battle between. I guess everyone else I was fighting against, but luckily we had my teammate with me the entire time. Like, we were working very well together to maintain 4th and 5th, but sadly my teammate kind of got screwed in the end right there and ended up finishing somewhere around 7th. But nonetheless, like, we were very close to maybe getting a podium if things would have gone our way just a little bit better. But I'm very happy with how we finished today, and like, that's just really great teamwork out there. So I'm very happy with like our finishes today, and honestly, like, with how well the team's been performing. Hopefully tomorrow we can see Wheels America get up to the podium. But I mean, with the way how my car was handling, and with how much damage we had in the front end, and with how bad my front tire is, I can't really be too upset about finishing 4th. So I'll see you guys on Sunday for the last race of the Super Tour. Is it still recording?
So I ended up losing the last bit of that video for that race, but honestly, it wasn't really much to watch. After that first full course yellow, we maybe only got half a lap until another full course yellow came out, and sadly, our race was greatly shortened. But honestly, although the race weekend might have, ended kind of, prematurely, it was a pretty, awesome week to say the least. So hopefully we may or may not do more of these races in the future, but nonetheless, that was a very great start and maybe great end to what was a very awesome Spec Miata run. But good luck to the rest of the team for the remaining of the season, and I will see you guys next week in, where am I going? Estoril. So see you guys then. Hey guys, we just made it to Estoril. So sorry the video would have came out a bit earlier, but being jet lagged and not really getting much of a break between races does take quite a toll on you. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and look out for next week for this week's coverage of my first GT4 race here in Portugal. See you guys then.